Hello, welcome to my shed. Today we're going to be making a fighting stick for the Xbox 360. So the first thing I did was buy some Xbox controllers, and then discovered that these are Xbox One controllers. So those are rubbish. So I had to go and buy some Xbox 360 controllers. So I got one here and another one here. That's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to take the guts out of these, and then we're going to turn them into arcade controllers using these joysticks, some nice fancy buttons. Got loads of buttons, loads of buttons, loads of buttons, loads of buttons, loads of things. Got to put it all into a box and then plug it in and let my kids play their video games with arcade controllers rather than the proper controllers. So what do we need to do first? We need to build a box first, so let's get rid of all that and we'll build a box. We went to the shops, we bought this piece of wood. It's 235mm wide by 1.8 meters long. And it's about as finished as we could get. It's about as nice and smooth because we're not very good at planing, we're not very good at sanding. So I wanted to get it as finished as possible. We do have some sort of sanding machines here, but they're not brilliant. So we've got this bit, we've got another bit for the, for the edges, or the sides of the box. And this is 89mm wide. Okay, 90mm. So this box is going to be about as simple a construction as I can possibly make it. No fancy joints, because again, we don't have any fancy jointing machines, or I'm no good with chisels and stuff. So this box is going to be as simple as we can possibly make it, and still look a bit stylish. So here we go. So we need to cut wood. That is 18.2, 182. Hopefully this is 182 as well. Not quite. 183. Let's call it 180. I don't know. 3, 2, let's call it 182. We can always fiddle the difference, doesn't matter. And 349. What the hell? How out of square is this? 347. Split the difference, let's call it 348. So I need 2 lengths 348 and 2 lengths 182. We have the top plate. What we've done here is we've measured off a square that's 21mm by 21mm, and we've come in 5mm. So we come in 5mm all the way round. We've measured in a square 21 by 21, and that's where the final decorative post will go. Then we've got the sides. These will run on the inside of there, the inside of there, and the edges that will run inside there and inside of there. But what goes in there? So the 21mm square post will go in there, and that will hide all the edges. And these bits that are the wrong size, we'll use those anyway to strengthen the box. Well, it actually provides all the strength in the corners like that. Got some bits in there, got some bits in there. Really quite easy. As I said, it's the easiest constructed box I could think of because I need it to be easy. And in that way, so what we've got to do now is drill some holes and screw some stuff together. So it's important these corner braces are actually aligned with the edges, otherwise the whole thing's not going to work. So
here's one we did earlier.
Here's one we did earlier. Here, aligned. And what happens is this another square bit goes in there and hides all the edges. But we'll have to go and get that square bit because
Can we do it a different colour?
we bought the wrong one.
Can we do it dark?
So my son wants the start button on one of the edges, not on the top. He wants it on one of the edges. So we've got a drill. This is the same drill I used for the arcade machine. Then we're going to drill a hole through the side. Just like that. We've put all the screws in, we've drilled the hole, lovely little hole through there. We've got one more to go in there, probably another one there, and it's not looking too bad. I'll tell you what, this is a very difficult way of making a box, trying to get all these screws in the right place. No wonder nobody ever does it this way. So basically that fits on there, that fits on there, that fits on there. And then this is the bottom actually, so it's the other way up. So it'll be a bit like that, which you can't actually see. That's very good. And then we've got to put joystick in there and the button pattern. So what we've got to do now is got to print out the button pattern, and we'll stick it onto the top here, and then try and drill these holes without totally wrecking the top. Varnish it, mess it about and see what we come up with. See in a bit. We printed out button pattern, eventually got it to the right size, making sure that the dimensions on it were actually the dimensions. So this is actually 36mm when you print it out. A bit complicated, but we managed to do it. Now we just got to figure out exactly where we're going to put it. Is that about right?
We should put it in the middle.
In the middle?
No, not as in like in the middle. Here.
Oh, in the middle of there, right.
Because otherwise it'll get really like eyesore.
Well, this is what?
11 point something.
60mm across the centres. This is 24mm, so that's 12. So 3 and 3 is 15. So 15 and there is 16 is about there.
Boosh. Boosh.
Somewhere there?
Boosh.
Okay, decision made. Are you going to have the joystick
No, that's
on the same place?
No.
You can have it over here?
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's mark that out and start to drill the holes. We've drilled the pilot holes where we marked them. Now we've got to drill the final size. Now this is a bit rough, so it's hard, and they're all a bit close together. What we don't want the edges of this top are a bit square, so I've bought one of my scariest tools, the router, and it's got this curved bit on it. So what I'm hoping to do is to take these edges and roll them round both sides and roll them round on the edge, and then the bottom here would just be rolled once. This has a lot of potential to completely mess it up, so fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. That went so well, I don't know whether I want to do that anymore of that. Should I do that? Yes, sort of. I'll do the other side as well. This is where it all goes horribly wrong. See? A little chip. Okay, could sand that out, that'll be good. That'll be alright. So we've sanded this down a little bit. It's not too bad. I really like these rounded edges. It's good. Well, the top's screwed on. That's all very nice. Some big gaps in there. Don't really know what to do about those, but that's just too bad. So now I've got to do the same to this. Smooth this out. Take this down a bit, and then we get the bottom on. So the bottom is now screwed on. I've put in the little square bits inside, those are glued in. Those are glued in here. I mean, I've got some nasty big gaps, but we'll We'll see about those and see what we can do. So now I need to finish this box by varnishing it. We're going to varnish this. It should be smooth enough now. We're going to varnish it and then do the electronics. "24 hours later, the varnish is dry. It's had a second coat as well, so it looks really quite nice now. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put the buttons in and see what that looks like. We've got the buttons in. We're going to straighten them all up. I just want to see what it's going to look like. It's quite a nice finish. Got all the buttons in, all the switches in. Now we've just got to put the joystick in. So we've templated out the drawing, templated out the screw holes. Going to put a little pilot hole in. Where's the rest of it? That's the annoying thing that we need to figure out how to fix. And the bally ball thing. Okay, Omri. Is it too short after all? Oh, it's upside down. What do I know?
Not really.
Is it okay?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sure it'll do. Because you've got about a 6-week wait for an extender from Australia. So it might have to do in the meantime. Okay?
Yeah.
Fabulous. Right, so that leaves... What does that leave? Oh yeah, the electronics. The fiddly bit that's probably going to break and go wrong.
Easy.
But I say that about all the bits and pieces. So, that is... Oh, okay. Let's just put it on its base. Get the... There we go. I'm going to say that's the end of part 1. And see you in part 2 for all the electronics.